Hey everyone, welcome to VEDA day 25. We're almost done. It's crazy. Well, today I wanted to start off by just wrapping up or updating a couple things. First thing, I messed up. I told you guys that these have 15 billion probiotics in them. I wish that were true. It's not. 15 million. So I am on the hunt yet again for a chewable probiotic for my boys. So I prefer that it's like 15 billion or higher, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to settle for something like 5 billion because unless I want to pay like $60 a month. So yeah. I'm still going to give these, though. Actually, they dissolve pretty decently for Luther to kind of chew on. So I do give one of these to him and occasionally to the boys. But yeah, I'm kind of sad. I thought that they had a lot more probiotics than they do. They really don't, and there's only one strain. So I am not going to be using them anymore after this runs out. Maybe for the baby, unless I find something better for him, because he can't really do gummies. So, next thing, if you watched my sleep video, you remember me saying that I take melatonin and valerian root, but I didn't think I needed the valerian root, and when it ran out, I was not going to use it, and so I would be able to tell if I needed it or not. Well, the past 2 nights have been really rough. So remember how I said I usually wake up around 4, but lately it's been like 5:45, and that's been great for me. Well, I started waking up around 4 again, and from 4 to 7:30 I would wake up like every half hour or every 45 minutes and then fall asleep. And I would fall asleep, but just waking up a lot. Now, Joel's been out of town a lot, and I know I get a little bit like antsier about the boys and their beds and if they're okay and stuff. So it could be related to that, but I have not slept that bad 2 solid days in a row, and I didn't nap, so it can't be that. So I'm really thinking it was the valerian root. So I went to the store, picked up another bottle of valerian root. This bottle's like mangled. I tried to get a different bottle, but this is the only one they had left in the entire Walmart. So this is what I get. It's, I don't know how many milligrams, but looks like 400. I take 2 of them, and this was $3.93. So I really think it's well worth it. I really seem to sleep better at night on this. So I thought I didn't need it, but apparently I do. And then last thing, I wanted to just talk about, if you saw my video about taking the boys with me to the grocery, yeah, I used to take all 3 with me to the grocery, and I just recently stopped doing that. Excuse me. And I wanted to explain my reasons why. I started getting a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of food that our family needed, especially when Luther started eating finger foods. Like, he just like shovels it in. He actually eats whatever we're eating. He usually has about 3 to 4 helpings of, like 3 scoops, like 3 child helpings, 3 to 4. And Judah probably has like 2 helpings, and Joel has 1 or maybe a half. And so Luther's literally eating more than the 2 of them combined. And this is like standard for him. So when he started eating like a lot of finger foods, I mean, he started eating finger foods 6.5 months, which is crazy early, but he still was doing breast milk a lot, and he just wasn't shoveling it in until around 7-8 months. And I really noticed the amount of food we needed at the store. It just increased like crazy in the amount of money we're spending. And so I ran out of space, basically. I would have all 3 of them in the cart, Judah in the front, Luther in the baby seat, like perpendicular to the cart, and then Joel would hang on the back, like right on the back, or he would walk next to me. Stay close to mommy and don't touch anything, are the grocery store rules. So it worked pretty well, except I would run out of space. I would use the whole thing underneath, and as much as I could underneath Luther, and the amount of food we needed for 1 week of groceries and the amount of space that was in that cart, it just didn't work out, especially when you're buying a lot of produce. It takes up a lot of space, and you don't have that kind of space. So the amount of space needed for groceries, what I was doing was I would just cut the trip short, and then I have to go twice a week, and I really don't like going twice a week. I only want to go to the grocery once a week. That's it. So it was really frustrating me having to go to the grocery multiple times per week. So I was doing that, and so the amount of time, like, I needed about an hour 10 to get the trip done and checked out, and somebody would fall apart around 50 minutes. I mean, we would always get so close to the end, and then somebody would fall apart, and then I'd have like 10 minutes left of grocery shopping left that I wouldn't do. We'd just leave because, yeah, I couldn't fit it in the cart, and somebody was crying. So it lasted a long time, but we're done with that, and I just put it off until Joel is home, and I go during nap time or during lunch. I just make him do lunch, and I leave and I get it done. That's my favorite time to go. So that's been working out a lot better. The grocery trips are enormous. I mean, I'm spending like $200 for sure. Today was $191, and I didn't even buy any dinner type. I didn't buy dinners because we're going to go out tonight and tomorrow night, and then Joel's going to be gone. So, and I have some meals already planned from last week we didn't use. So, yeah, $191 without any dinners. So that's just breakfast and lunch and snack food. It's getting expensive, but yeah, they're hungry boys and they're eating a lot and they're growing. I have kind of cut down on green bean delivery a little bit because of the price, and especially if I want to keep juicing, which I am, I'm buying all those vegetables and fruits at Walmart because it's just cheaper. So that is what's happening. We're spending a lot more money on groceries these days, and luckily I'm only going once a week, but the bill is very high. But we usually last until the end of the week, the next week. Usually by the end of the week we're starting to like eat canned fruit, which I don't love, but you know, I'm not going to go to the grocery early just because we're out of fruit, you know. So that's what's happening. It's made my life a little bit more manageable, and I'm sure there's many more changes like that in the future. Yeah, but that has really, really helped. My mom actually convinced me to do that. So since then, things have been better, and that is the grocery store update. Hope you enjoyed.